What's up everyone, Alex here. If there's any one month in 2024 that can be considered a catch-up month, it's gonna be May. Now, I'm looking at this list of upcoming games in May, and there's not a ton of JRPGs in it. However, I do realize that if you like JRPGs, there are a lot of overlapping interests into other genres. Like for example, if you really like rich narratives with great character development, or even gameplay that has a lot of depth. So the games that I've assembled here fulfill either one or both of these criteria, and I have a really good feeling that you'll enjoy at least one of them. But I do want to take the time to highlight just a few of these so that you know which games I'm actually looking forward to. So if at any time you found this video to be entertaining and informative, please give it a like, post a comment telling me which games you're interested in, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more JRPG and game coverage. The first game that I want to highlight is the remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which is coming out on Switch on May 23rd. Now, last year we got a full remake of Super Mario RPG, and that was fantastic. And this year, The Thousand Year Door is allegedly going to have a few updates, and Nintendo is being very mum about it. Admittedly, this is one of those games that I completely missed when it first came out. And from what I understand, this is one of the more beloved games in the franchise. So needless to say, if you loved last year's Super Mario RPG and you're still clamoring for another turn-based Mario RPG, I'm thinking that The Thousand Year Door is going to be something that you'll enjoy this month. I grew up in the Philippines, so when I heard about Until Then, which is supposed to be a mystery adventure game with locations inspired by the Philippines, which is by the way coming out on May 23rd on PS5 and PC, I obviously took notice. I have been keeping track of the development of this game for literal months, and all I can say is that it's giving me a lot of really good Philippine vibes, and it reminds me a lot of last year's A Space for the Unbound in a very good way. I'm always a sucker for anything made by Filipinos set in Southeast Asia, heck, set in the country that I grew up in. And I know that by the time this video is released, there's still quite a bit of ways until the release date, but until then, see what I did there? I encourage everybody to check this game out even if you don't have any sort of relationship with that country, because if you love mysteries and classic narrative adventure games, just don't call it a visual novel. I have a really good feeling that you're gonna love this game. Now onto something a little bit quirky in Duck Detective: The Secret Salami. This is a narrative investigative deduction adventure, see what I did there, which is coming out on May 23rd on Switch and PC. Now, as the title implies, there are investigative elements in this game, and it's just so silly looking at the gameplay right now. You are literally a duck detective. I mean, this is such an apt title that I don't even know what else to say apart from that. But I love the art style of this game. The feel of it seems really cool. I'm a huge fan of adventure games, let alone games that have mysteries to solve as well as investigations. And let's put it this way, if you're looking forward to Deca Police sometime in the next few months, I think Duck Detective can help train you in the ways of investigation so that way when you do play that game, you're completely ready and you're able to solve a ton of mysteries right off the bat without any sort of problems. But outside of that, I think Duck Detective is certainly worth your time and attention. Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder is actually one of those games that I wanted to talk about in a previous video that I wasn't able to make, but it is now actually coming out on May 21st on PC, which of course is going to come out later on other platforms. This is one of those Metroidvania action RPGs that I've been waiting for a very long time. We're talking like maybe 2 or 3 years since like the last update. Then all of a sudden this trailer came out announcing like a May 21st release, and I am just ecstatic. It's got this gorgeous art style that's inspired by steampunk, and if you look at the main character, she has a lot of similarities in terms of her form and figure with one of my favorite protagonists in Castlevania history in Alucard. I love Metroidvanias, and I don't play enough of them, and Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder just looks to be the kind of game that would come out at the perfect time, right when no big JRPGs are out, just so that I can just focus all my attention and just play this amazing game. I hope I'm able to review this because I have a really good feeling about this, you guys. And here are the rest of the games coming out in May. V-Rising, a vampire survival action RPG, is coming out of early access on May 8th on PC. Little Kitty Big City, a game that has you playing a little kitty trying to get home, is coming out on May 9th on all modern platforms. The Contra expansion to Vampire Survivors, Operation Guns, and yes, I am baffled that it's not Konami's Castlevania, is coming out on May 9th on Xbox platforms, Switch, and PC. A brand new homeworld, Homeworld 3, which marks the return of the classic spacefaring RTS, is coming out on May 13th on PC. Read-Only Memories Neurodiver, the latest mystery adventure in the 2064 Read-Only Memories universe, is coming out on May 16th on all modern platforms. The PC port of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is coming out on May 16th. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, a brand new adventure game from the folks who brought you Sayonara Wild Hearts, is coming out on May 16th on Switch and PC. Cassette Beasts is getting a multiplayer update on May 20th on Xbox platforms, Switch, and PC. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, the sequel to the award-winning Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, is coming out on May 21st on Xbox platforms and PC. Wuthering Waves, a story-rich open-world action RPG, is coming out on May 22nd on PC. A full 3D remake of the first Wizardry, the popular dungeon RPG series, is coming out on May 23rd on all modern platforms. The Switch port of the co-op penguin platformer Bread and Fred is coming out on May 23rd. The PS5 and Series X and S ports of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is coming out on May 24th. Multiverses is coming back on May 28th on PlayStation and Xbox platforms and PC. And that, my friends, are the games coming out in May. Now, admittedly, there are some other games that I wanted to highlight in this video that it would just take too long if I did so, but I want to hear what you think. Which of these games are you excited about? Are there any games that I missed? Share your thoughts in the comments below so we can talk about it. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more RPG and game coverage. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.